Hello, all you Conan Exile fans out there. This is Gamester here with another beginner's guide of Conan Exiles. And yeah, I am playing on a PlayStation 4 single player, and it has been brought to my attention that if you are playing on a server, the respawn times are a little different. Now, if you're a single player, you can simply run out of the area, come back in, and these thralls will have respawned with different tier 4 thralls. But if you are on a server, you have a timer, and the server determines the time, and it's usually around anywhere from 15 on up minutes to wait to have these respawn. So keep that in mind when you're doing this. Now, what I'm going to be talking about today is the best tier 4 named cook that you can find early game. Now, I usually build up here near Supermaru. Now my base is just outside this water side, and let me show you where I am on the map. I am right here, and my base is here. So as soon as I head into Supermaru, right on my right is this little island over here. And who we're going after is the lone fisherman. Now this is the only place he spawns. So you will not find him anywhere else on the map but here. Now you can wait until level 35 until you have the blunt arrows, and you can take him out easily from any high building here in the area. Or if you're just getting to Supermaru and you're a pretty early game, but you do have a thrall, put a truncheon on your thrall and you can come in here and take him out yourselves. No one else around here will bother you while you're doing this. The only thing I may caution is that you want to keep him on land here as much as you can. If you find yourselves down in this area or close to the water, he does do a backflip because he uses daggers. And if he backflips into the water, I have had him disappear. So you want to try to keep him in this area if you can. And keep in mind that he is a tier 4, so he will take quite a few hits to actually knock out. But yeah, his respawn rate is 20%, which is pretty good compared to Delincia, who's like only 2. So yeah, he spawns here pretty often. So you might want to get more than one of him for your stations. So let's go back and see exactly what it is the lone fisherman does. Now, it's my feeling that he is one of the best of the game. I haven't gotten them all, so I don't know if he is the best in fact, but I do know he is the best to get early game. And I'll show you why as soon as we get in here to the stove. And here we are at my stove. And I have already gotten Bragoris the baker. And I have him in here. And this is the area we're going to be concerned with, because this shows you what each tier 4 named thrall cook can make, and they each can make something special. So he can make honey jerky, honey bread, he can make honeyed eggs, honeyed gruel, honey glazed roast. He's into the honey. He can make iced tea, and he can make mystery meat stew. And we're going to take the lone fisherman and we're going to pop him in there. We got to take him out first though. Let's pop the lone fisherman in. And the lone fisherman can not only make the spicy dried fish combo, but he can make everything that Bragoris can make, and any other tier 4 thrall cook can make. So he can also make the dried fish spicy combo. He can make bone broth, and he can make egg surprise, along with all the other things that the tier 4s can make. So that's what makes him really great. Now, as you can see, I don't have any recipes yet. I just have the ones that you start the game with. I don't have any cookbooks. So he can make anything in the cookbooks from tier 1 right up to tier 4. Yeah. So that makes him extra special. And then his specialty that only he can make, spicy dried fish combo, is kind of it's kind of a middle of the road, but the special thing about this is that it takes 4 hours for it to deteriorate, right? So it lasts a long time once you make it, and it's very easy to make. So it's a high grade. It satiates your hunger, of course, but it will also give you a health regen of 4 hit points every 3 seconds, which is pretty nice. So it will heal you as well as satiate your hunger. Yeah, pretty nice. So to make this, as you can see, you need dried fish, spice, and salt. And you kind of wonder where you can make those. Well, of course, the fish is pretty easy. You should have had a fish trap by now. So all you need to do is go over to your dryer. We can open it up here with a little lag. There we go. And just pop in your fish, whatever fish you happen to have, and start it up, and voila, you get the dried fish. So we're going to grab some here. Now, in order to make salt, all you need to do is put stone in your grinder and it makes salt. Now, in order to make spice, all you need to do is take plant fiber, plop that in, and yeah, it makes spice. So very easy. You don't have to do anything special to make this. And this is an excellent, excellent travel food. Now, there is one other food that I believe will last longer. I think it's 6 hours, and I think that's the lasting meal. But you do need to get a cookbook. And I believe it might be cookbook 5. I'm not quite sure about that. But that's another thing we'll get into. We'll do some cooking. We'll do a cooking class here and talk about all the different foods you can make and their benefits. So, yeah, the other nice thing about the Lone Fisherman, let's put both of these guys over here. You can also place them on any cauldron. You can place them on the fermentation barrel, the stove, the improved stove, the giant fireball bowl, cauldron, the precision fireball cauldron. You can put them on the campfire, bonfire, large campfire, the fireball bowl cauldron, and the improved fireball cauldron. So you can place them on any cauldron. And they won't do anything special. I will throw the Lone Fisherman on there. He can just make these things for you. So you don't need to really have a special thrall for that. An alchemist is usually what you put on these. And the other nice thing about the Lone Fisherman, though, is that he increases crafting speed by 150%. Yeah, that's a lot. Yes, and he is of the Stygian race, and his faction is the Relic Hunters. And, of course, that is why he is in Supremaru. So let's go ahead and go over to the fermentation barrel here. Now, this is where you brew all your grogs and all that sort of thing. So we're going to throw Bergoras on here. Now, as you can see, we can make all these things here right now without any thrall on the barrel. So we're going to throw him on there. And as you can see, you can't make anything special with him. He's just going to increase the speed at which these craft. That's all he's going to do. So we're going to take him off. And we're going to throw the Lone Fisherman on there. Now look at this. Now we have another whole list on top that the Lone Fisherman can make. He can make bitter tea. He can make frenzy wine. He can make honey whiskey. He can make pirate rot gut. And he can make Stygian liquor, as well as all the base brews that you can make when you start the game. Now, he will also make all the brewing cookbooks that you find out in the wild. I believe there might be 3, but I know 2 of for sure. He can make those as well. So he's wonderful. You might want to get a couple of him, one to stick on your fermentation barrel here, and one to stick on your stove. So yeah, he's quite handy to get early game. Highly recommend it. Like I said, he's easy to get, especially if you have the blunted arrows. And yeah, he respawns relatively easy, 20%, not bad. So yeah. All right, guys. Well, if you found this helpful, give me the big old like. And if you'd like to see more, just subscribe. And if you hit the little bell, you'll be notified when I post my next video. Well, all right, guys. Thanks so much for watching. And yeah, until next time, GG out.